Hello guys, welcome to Klaus Gaming. Today we're going to check out the game Brigador. It's an early access game on Steam. It's not quite done yet, it's actually quite far from it, but what they have so far is pretty cool, so I want to show it to you. And there's tutorials here that'll just teach you the basics, and they have a little bit of development log over here with how far they've come. And there's not much here, there's not a campaign, but you can enter the maps with the different vehicles and guns and all of the stuff I'll show you right now. In the game you play with a mech like this, or tanks or whatever you want. There's different ones. This is a tank and this was the mech we were looking at, and here's another mech, a smaller mech. And they all have different attributes over here: forward speed, forward acceleration, max turn speed, chassis rotation, melee damage and so forth. And they look very different. So we'll go with the classic mech up here, which is a good melee mech. And once you pick the mech, you can pick a primary weapon and you can choose one of these, whatever one you want. And if you choose this one, you can take a look. It has this damage versus shield versus hull versus environment, penetration and rate of fire. Yeah, that's fine. Let's pick that one. And for secondary weapon, we'll go with the auto cannon, so we get something with a better rate of fire. And special, here we have a smoke projector, EMP grenade or active camouflage. Go with the smoke projector so we can hide a little bit in the smoke. So you can see our picks down here, and we can see our health bar and shield. So then we head into the mission, and we have some different picks here as well. I think there's 8 maps currently, but as I said, the campaign's not done yet, so there's no story missions or anything like that. You can just enter the maps and shoot stuff up. So we'll do that. Let's head into Gasworks Turnpike. The map is the same, but the enemies will be randomized, so they'll be placed somewhere else. And here's our mech. As you can see, there are 2 lines, a blue and a red, and that's each gun. And depending on the gun, that line will be different. You can overshoot your target or you can hit it. So here's some soldiers, we'll shoot those. And the little yellow guys there are civilians. And everything here is destructible. The entire environment is destructible and made of sprites. Oh, this guy down here is a scout, I think. It can alert the other enemies where we are if you don't take it out pretty quickly. So you can see I'm actually not hitting too well here, but you can overshoot your target, so you have to be careful to hit. Oh, so I'll try and overshoot this one just so you can see there. So that's an extra layer of depth to the fighting mechanics here, and of course I should move a little bit back and forth to try and be harder to hit. I always sort of walk like I'm drunk with the mech, because you rotate the upper part of it with the mouse, and then you rotate the legs with the WASD keys and move it. So it can be a little bit tricky to control at times. So I already feel a little bit tipsy here. And there's a reload time, so I can't just fire all of the time. I'll try and show you something else. If you walk up to it, you can melee it like this. So that does a lot of damage. So the objective here is to either take out 3 captains that are somewhere on the map, or to take out the buildings that we head back and hit this guy over here. He's running after us and shooting us in the back. There we go, he's down. So yeah, you take out the captains or you shoot the buildings, and the buildings are marked here with these yellow little icons on the edges of the screen. There's no map yet. Unfortunately, that would have been nice, so you could have a better idea of where you're heading. And as you can see, I pretty much destroy everything that I move into. And I can just stomp the whole thing. And different mechs have different damage that they do to the environment and so forth. And some of the mechs don't really have much in ways of melee, like this one does. It's pretty good melee mech. And some of the buildings will also explode if you attack them or blow them up, of course, and then you take more damage. You can also use it to your advantage. And of course you can hide behind things in the environment, as long as they don't get blown up or taken out. Let's back up a little bit here. So let's throw down some smoke while we fight these guys. just hit him with a stomp here. Let's go hide in the trees. Oh, there's a big guy down there. Oh, that's one that alerts the other guys if you don't take it out fast. Let's go stomp it. Ah, it's okay, it's out. And this is ammo that you can pick up. So you'll find ammo littered across the map. And I think this has a lot of potential because it's actually quite fun. And I like the shooting mechanics as well. The fact that you can overshoot. And all of the guns in the game feel very different. Some of them have a fast refire rate and some of them can't shoot that far. And some of them shoots in like a high arch but really can shoot far. So it's more like a mortar. So you have to take all of that stuff into consideration. And the environment also have different resistance. So if you try and walk into concrete, it'll take a lot of time to break it down, whereas other stuff is easier. I'll blow up this building here. So now I was walking backwards. Just had to turn the lower part of the body on the mech. There's some guys over here shooting at us. I'll do a stomp. Yeah, so you just basically walk around and shoot up the place. And the idea is that you're a mercenary and you're always into the fight in these mechs. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what they'll do with the campaign. Because I think it would be really cool if there was a nice backstory to it. And you had some objectives in the missions and you could buy the guns and upgrades. And sort of progress a little bit. I don't know if they intend sort of progression in the way that the guns would be better or anything like that, but of course you would unlock new guns that you could try out, but they'll probably be fairly balanced. So I just ran out of ammo on my primary gun, so I'm just using the autocannon here, trying to hit. Alright guys, that's all I had to show you for this quick look of Brigador. There's currently, I think it's 6 mechs and a lot of guns and also 8 maps to play through. I think it looks very promising what they have, so I think it's worth keeping an eye on it and seeing what they do with the campaign. There's not a lot of games like this and this one is shaping up to be pretty good. I'll put the link in the description. It's currently available on early access on Steam. I think it's priced around $20 or something like that. Take a look at it if you think it looks interesting. Thank you for watching and I'll catch you all next time.